Alright folks, we're back for another go round at the old SAE-400. It's locked up the 271 Detroit. The owner said that he thought it was weather seized. Well, the good part is that cylinders, that's the liner ports on a two-stroke Detroit. Where you can see the pistons, and you can't really see it in the picture, but I can see the grooves across the face of the piston ring circumferentially, which means that they're not worn completely out. That groove is an indicator of a wear indicator for the face of the piston ring, but there's no rust in there. So there's a little bit of rust I can see in that last port right there, possibly on that liner. But these ports are the intake valves on a Detroit two-stroke. The piston comes down, the blower blows air in this air box and fills the cylinder with clean air, pushes the exhaust out the exhaust valves. But I do believe it is weather seized because we have rust on the top end, as we can see. And when people tell you the rack gets stuck on a Detroit, you see this little C-shaped thing right here? That's the injector plunger. And this is the rack. And it moves the plunger in and out with the throttle. All the way out is out of fuel. All the way in is in fuel. So when you work the throttle lever, give it fuel for high speed, see it pushes the plungers in. The injectors are not stuck, so that's a good sign. Possibly they'll be good. I'm hoping they are, because this has got HV7 injectors, which are the bigger of the two sets that were put in this welding machine. See, I've got some water puddled up right there on that guide plate for the lifters. If it wouldn't have been for the water, it looks really clean inside other than the rust. It's not sludged up or anything. But I do have some good news. Let's see here. I did notice that when I was messing with it with the bar and the crank pulley, that fan blade right there is the fan on the rotor for the welding machine part. And it does move. So the crank is not seized. The cylinders are seized, but not the crank. So I may actually be able to get this thing unstuck. I'm not sure. But I'm hoping so. But anyway, like I say, it may not look like much, but if I can get it working, I sure can use it. And I didn't even realize till just a second ago that it's got a mechanical zero start ether injector on it for cold cranking. That'll come in handy out here in northern central Alaska. But that's where we're at today, folks. I'm gonna clean this up and spray some oil on it, spray some WD-40 in those cylinders, and maybe try to jiggle it back and forth a little bit. Don't really want to pull the injectors out until I get the top end cleaned up completely, so I don't drop anything in the cylinder more than what's there. But this is the low horsepower motor because it's a 2-valve head. So I'm not sure if they ever made a 4-valve 271. But that's where we're at. And I'll keep you posted as things progress. Cajun one out. Y'all have a safe day.